You took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Athletes know how important it is to stay hydrated. But did you know there are other ways to hydrate besides just drinking water? In fact, milk is a great hydration option because it actually contains water, as well as electrolytes that are lost when your body sweats. So consider taking milk along with you to your next game or competition and enjoy the taste of greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
You train, you sweat, you practice, you go for the gold, you give 110%, but most of all, you aim for greatness. And milk is the performance enhancer that can help get you to your goal. Trusted by athletes and backed by science, there's a healthy helping of greatness in every refreshing glass of milk. So let nature's original sports drink help quench your thirst for greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
Good afternoon and welcome into this IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of the 2021 Idaho State Football Tournament. Tournament coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by the Idaho Division of Public Health, your local Toyota dealer, Valley-wide co-op and country stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. We come to you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon from Blackfoot, Snake River High, more specifically, as the Panthers welcome in the McCall-Donnelly Vandals in a Class 3A first-round playoff matchup. Hi, everybody inside the broadcast booth. I'm Brandon Bainey. This is a matchup that on paper appears to be even-steven. McCall-Donnelly comes in with a 4-4 record overall. Wouldn't you know it? Snake River, they're 4-4 as well. The roads traveled, though, vary greatly. Let's start with the home team, the Snake River Panthers. They started their season with really a signature win over a Kimberly team that many thought was going to be a good 3A contender this year. Injuries ultimately derailed their season, but this was back when Kimberly was full strength, had all their players, and Snake River defeated them in a shootout 57-40. Really opened a lot of eyes statewide about the potential of this Snake River offense. That was followed by back-to-back losses, but they were good losses. They played 2A defending state champ Westside and were shut out 27-0 and then fell to Class 4A Blackfoot 35-21. Both of those teams, by the way, participating in the state quarterfinals next week at their respective levels. They rebounded with a 10-point win over a South Fremont team that is also a 3A quarterfinalist, 31-21. Defeated Teton 46-21, and at 3-2, Snake River, entering conference play, had everything laid out in front of them. But then, in the conference opener and the game that ultimately decided the conference title, they had to go to Marsh Valley, and on a wet, rainy, muddy, awful night weather-wise, the Eagles turned back the Panthers 26-7. Now, you talk to the Snake River coaches and players, they say, bring it on. We want Marsh Valley again, because 9 times out of 10, we think we win that matchup. We just got into a bad weather game. Well, unfortunately, you lost the one matchup you had, and so because of that, Snake River the very next week had to turn around and defeat American Falls just to qualify for the playoffs. They did by a final score of 52-6, and then last week in the regular season finale, they fell to Preston 17-14. So that's their 4-4 mark, where it's been up and down, but the quality of competition has been good. They've played 2 4A schools. They've played 2 3A teams that are in the quarterfinals, and they played the 2-time defending 2A state champs from Westside. McCall-Donnelly, on the other hand, well, they thought their season was dead in the water a month ago as they started the year 2-0 with wins over a pair of 2A teams, Orofino and New Plymouth. Then they fell on the road at 2A Grangeville 7-6. And then dropped their first 3 conference games to Homedale 49-7, to Fruitland 24-14, and to Weiser 52-0. And at that point, the Vandals thought, okay, our season's over because only the top 3 teams make the playoffs from our district. We've already lost to the top 3 teams, Homedale, Weiser, Fruitland. But then Fruitland's season unraveled. Of course, they had some off-the-field problems that led to a lot of suspensions. And so just by winning out over Parma 40-6 and Payette 29-13, McCall-Donnelly all of a sudden played themselves back into the postseason picture. A 3-way tie existed for that third and final playoff spot between Fruitland, McCall-Donnelly, and Payette. Fruitland forfeited their spot in the Kansas City tiebreaker because of their off-field troubles. And so last Monday, well, actually just a couple days ago, McCall-Donnelly and Payette met up for a Kansas City tiebreaker for the second time in, 4 days or so. The Vandals turned back the Payette Pirates, and here they are representing District 3 as the 3rd seed and on the road taking on the Snake River Panthers. We will talk more about the individual players and guys to keep an eye on. Both teams a little bit banged up, but McCall-Donnelly especially. But right now we're getting ready for our national anthem, which means the opening kickoff is headed your way next. You are listening to the opening round of the 3A playoffs. Snake River hosting McCall-Donnelly, and we'll be back with more coverage in just a moment on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up, so yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Snake River High School in Blackfoot as our national anthem is in the books. A local Snake River student performing our Star-Spangled Banner on the clarinet. Nice way to get this postseason contest started. This is a 3A playoff opener between the McCall-Donnelly Vandals and the Snake River Panthers. So, both teams a little bit banged up coming into this contest. Snake River doing a little better overall health-wise. The big losses for Snake River, our senior linebacker Emilio Caldera, he actually tore his ACL on the first play of the first game of the season, which is absolutely gut-wrenching. And we certainly feel for Emilio Caldera. He was going to be a big part of that Snake River defense. They're also without sophomore wide receiver and defensive back Andy Cerna. He's out with a hip flexor. Boy, there we go. Hip flexor injury today for Snake River. And now for McCall-Donnelly, missing arguably their two most versatile all-around athletes. Of course, DJ Green, who plays quarterback, running back, receiver, defensive back. He really does it all for this McCall-Donnelly team. He is out with a sprained PCL and also a broken finger. So McCall-Donnelly without the services of DJ Green today, which certainly hurts. And if that wasn't enough, they're also missing another really solid all-around athlete in Ethan Tinney. And this is another guy that can play quarterback, he can play tight end, he can play defensive line. And so Ethan Tinney is out with an MCL injury. So without DJ Green, without Ethan Tinney, McCall-Donnelly has kind of transformed their offense where at this point they're just putting athletes back at quarterback and running like wildcat packages a lot and basically saying, we think we have the athletes. Good luck trying to stop us, and they are 2-0 in their last two matchups, so we'll see if that formula for success can pay off again today. McCall-Donnelly, the visitors today, wearing the white jerseys, the white pants. They've got that red and blue trim down the sides. They've got blue letters and numbers with red trim around them. Meanwhile, it's a beautiful day in Blackfoot. How do I know? There are 3 or 4 bees buzzing around my head, so I will try to, avoid getting stung today. And if we can avoid that, then we should be good. All right. I feel like I'm shadowboxing up here in the broadcast booth. Snake River in their home jerseys today, the gray jerseys with the black pants. It says Snake River on the backs of the uniforms. So not individual player names, but Snake River across the back in lettering. They've got the purple letters and numbers, the white trim around them. McCall-Donnelly with white helmets and Snake River with black helmets with that big, actually purple helmets with that big panther paw print on the side. Snake River will kick off to start this afternoon's contest. McCall-Donnelly back deep to return. And back deep for the Vandals, Cole Burtonshaw and Carter Johnson. You're going to hear those two names a lot today for the Vandals. I had a chance to speak with Cole Burtonshaw's father, Kyle Burtonshaw, prior to the game today, and he said, hey, we're kind of running on fumes at this point, but we're just taking it one game at a time. Kicking off for Snake River, Cole Gilbert, who also plays quarterback. A good kick taken at the 5-yard line, straight up the middle of the field. Carter Johnson will lower the shoulder and return it out to the 26-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly. The Vandals will be working right to left here in this opening quarter of action. And again, we talked about this as a team that at this point, a lot of injuries have piled up. And the guy who will start at quarterback today for McCall-Donnelly is Will Crossley, 5'10", 155, and a junior. But here they start immediately with the Wildcat formation, and Carter Johnson back there to take the snap. He'll take off and run to the right side, trying to break it outside, and he does. Carter Johnson takes it across the 35, knocked out of bounds around the 40-yard line. And so, hey, this is what McCall-Donnelly's going to do. They're going to line up and basically give it to our athletes and see if you can stop it. That's a gain of 13 on first down for Carter Johnson. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Ball is at the 39-yard line again. Johnson out of that Wildcat formation, and everybody bunched in tight as well. This time, Johnson is tripped up in the backfield. Coming up to make the stop for Snake River is Colton Jensen, 6 foot, 190 and a senior. And just a yard on the carry that time for Johnson. So McCall-Donnelly basically doesn't have any wide receivers. They've got 7 guys on the line, and then they've even put like an offensive lineman in the backfield as an extra fullback. This time it's Cole Burtonshaw taking the snap on the Wildcat, trying to run off the left side this time and strung out. On the tackle, Jace Mortensen for Snake River. That's no gain on the carry for Cole Burtonshaw, and quickly it is 3rd down and 9 for McCall-Donnelly with the ball at the 41-yard line. We'll call it 3rd and 8 officially, and we'll say Burtonshaw got a yard on that carry. 10.5 to play, first quarter of action. No score yet. This is the opening drive of the game for McCall-Donnelly. 3rd and 8, another Wildcat snap, and it's blown up. Burtonshaw gets knocked back by several Snake River Panthers, but the first guy in there was Colton Jensen. 4th down.
Brings up a 4th down for the Vandals.
Ends up being officially no gain on the carry for Burtonshaw, and McCall-Donnelly will have to punt. Daniel Jackson, the sophomore, will punt for McCall-Donnelly, and Cole Gilbert back deep to return, standing around his own 20-yard line. Both of these teams are going to run the ball a lot today, so this could be a fast-moving game. Not much on that punt. Hung in the wind a little bit. Gets knocked out of bounds around the 46-yard line of Snake River, and that's where they will start 1st and 10. Pretty good field position on this opening drive to start. So here come the Panthers. They're led by Cole Gilbert at quarterback, but they've got a bevy of talented running backs that they can turn and hand off to. You're going to hear names like Carson Hawker, Peyton Williams, Jace Mortensen, Johnny Jones today, as Snake River loves to run the football. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 47-yard line. Snake River working left to right here in this opening half of action. Offset I formation, Gilbert under center. Will start with a play action fake. Rolling out right side on the run, will fire. Too high, incomplete. Trying to go on the out route on the near sideline that time to Rylan Anderson, incomplete. So, of course, as soon as I say Snake River is going to pound the ball today, what do they do on first down? Very first play, they throw it. Shows what I know. 2nd down and 10 now for Snake River. 9:38 to play here in our opening quarter of action. No score yet. This is the opening drive of the game for the Panthers. Somebody going to advance to the quarterfinals today. Gilbert under center, a wing back to the right side. They will turn and hand off the right side. That was Jace Mortensen carrying the ball. Actually, Zach Staley carrying the ball that time. So Staley on the carry, off the right side. Only didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost a yard. So good penetration by McCall-Donnelly that time. One guy that was injured earlier this year that is back today from McCall-Donnelly is Andrew Alvarez. He's a two-way lineman, 6'2", 230. Head coach Lee Leslie very excited to have him back, fortifying the trenches for McCall-Donnelly. 3rd and 11, Gilbert, deep shot down the middle. It is off the fingertips around the 35-yard line. They were trying to go up top to Zach Staley, and it just went off his hands right in the middle of the field. 4th down, and Snake River will punt with 8:56 to play in a scoreless opening first quarter.
Looks like back deep for the Vandals, number 1, Cole Burtonshaw. As Gilbert, I believe, gets ready to punt it away for the Panthers.
Gilbert to punt for Snake River. Cole Burtonshaw back deep to return for McCall-Donnelly. That's a good high kick. Burtonshaw will take it at the 16-yard line, return up to the 20, and that's it. Nowhere else to go on that play. Nice coverage tackle by Keaston Seacrest. Actually, Keiston Sechrist. So, 2 possessions, 2 punts. We'll see McCall-Donnelly back to work now with 8:47 to play in the opening quarter of action. No score yet here in this 3A postseason opener, one of just 2 playoff games taking place in the state of Idaho today. First and 10. Wildcat formation, taking the snap. Carter Johnson running off the left side and knocked out of bounds on the near sideline by Snake River's Rylan Anderson. And Johnson is able to rip off 7 yards on that first down carry. So it's going to be 2nd down and 3 now for McCall-Donnelly with the ball right at their own 35-yard line. Actually, the ball right at the 30, beg your pardon. Again, Wildcat formation here. Everybody bunched in tight. Johnson will take the direct snap. This time trying to find the edge off the right side. It's blown up in the backfield. Danny Ray, the first guy in there for Snake River. That is a loss of 4, and it's now 3rd down and 8. So 3rd and 8 for McCall-Donnelly. Ball at their own 25-yard line. They've got to get to the 34 to pick up the first down. Again, a direct snap. Up the middle this time, lowering the shoulder and across the 30. And in on the carry that time for McCall-Donnelly. First time today, Daniel Jackson. And Jackson on a 3rd and 8 is able to pick up 7 to make it 4th and 1 now for McCall-Donnelly with 7:10 to play in a scoreless opening quarter. Will the Vandals go for it here on 4th and 1? It certainly looks like they are, as Daniel Jackson gets the play from the sideline and trots back in. So again, this is a team really without a quarterback. They're just kind of rotating the running backs in at that Wildcat position and letting them take off and run. So 4th and 1. Ball is at their own 34-yard line. Hard count. Jackson takes the snap on 4th and 1. He didn't get there. That's blown up by Jace Mortensen of Snake River, and the Panthers hold McCall-Donnelly on 4th down.
Looks like the Panthers will take possession of the ball deep into Vandal country.
So it will be 1st and 10 for Snake River now with the ball at the McCall-Donnelly 34-yard line. This is a prime opportunity for the Panthers on offense now with 6:34 to play in the first quarter of action. Oh, and now the officials come out and rule that Johnson did get enough for the first down. Snake River fans don't agree, and I thought initially on the first spot that Jackson did not get enough, but they will say he did get the requisite 1 yard needed. Snake River fans don't like it. Now it's 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. McCall-Donnelly, first pass of the day. Rolling out right side is Josh Sorensen, and incomplete. Trying to throw it in the flat that time on the right side to Carter Johnson.
England on the tackle. Heavy pressure applied by England. Pass was incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now for McCall-Donnelly. Ball is at their own 34-yard line. 6:13 to play in the opening quarter of action. The winner of this will move on to the quarterfinal round. Opponent to be determined. We'll talk about all the possibilities that exist with that bracket at halftime, because all of the teams that win these first-round games then get reseeded for the quarterfinal round. 1st and 10, direct snap again. Cole Burtonshaw trying to go up the middle and got 2 to make it 2nd down and 8. Or 3rd down and 8, beg your pardon. So Burtonshaw plunges ahead for 2. It's 3rd and 8 for McCall-Donnelly. 5:55 and counting here, opening quarter of action. Ball is at their own 35-yard line. A gentle breeze blowing here. Snake River High. Couple of the kiddos here in their Halloween costumes. I know there's going to be a lot of trunk-or-treating tonight, or trick-or-treating. It's not Halloween yet, but it is Saturday night, so. Third down and 9 for McCall-Donnelly. Sorensen under center this time. Hard count. And now they will spend a timeout to talk about it. So timeout taken by the Vandals. First time out of the half. Today's game brought to you in part by C&B Operations. For all of your commercial John Deere, new and used agriculture equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at deerequipment.com, DeereQuipment.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of the student athletes and want to wish them good luck in the tournament. So we talked about these two teams coming in on the season. McCall-Donnelly averaging 21.6 points per game. Snake River averaging 28.5 points per game. The way this is going so far, I'd be shocked if either team got to 28 today. This is going to be, I think, a low-scoring, slug-it-out type of game. A lot of running, a lot of good, solid defense. So here we go, third down and 9 for McCall-Donnelly with 5:22 to play in our opening quarter of action. And again, a new quarterback in there for McCall-Donnelly. This is Jack Duncan now, who will take the snap. Actually, Sorensen with Duncan in the backfield with him. Direct snap to Carter Johnson. And Johnson got right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop for Snake River that time, Lance Hunter, senior defensive lineman, only a yard for Johnson. Fourth down, and McCall-Donnelly will punt. So Daniel Jackson again to punt for the Vandals. Cole Gilbert stands at his own 25-yard line, waiting to receive. All knotted up at goose eggs with 4:50 to play in our first quarter of action here on IdahoSports.com. This is a good punt from Jackson. High spiral will take a McCall-Donnelly bounce across the 40 and will be down at the Snake River 37-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. So again, we talked about health-wise, McCall-Donnelly missing their two most versatile athletes. And they're hoping that if they can get past Snake River today and advance to the quarterfinals, they're hoping that they could get DJ Green back for the quarterfinal round. That would be huge. So McCall-Donnelly today is just going to try and survive and advance. Of course, Snake River trying to do the same. 1st and 10, out of an I formation. Gilbert will give on an inside carry to the fullback, breaking a tackle across the 45, down to the 46-yard line. That was Jace Mortensen, the fullback on a quick hit. Actually, that was Carson Hawker on a fullback dive, picking up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Panthers with the ball at their own 46-yard line. Snake River quickly to the line. They'll turn and hand off again to Hawker off the right side. Exploding to the second level across the 50 to the 45-yard line. That's enough for another first down and a gain of 9. So back-to-back 9-yard carries by Hawker has made it 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball at the McCall-Donnelly 45-yard line. 3:50 to play in our opening quarter. No score. Snake River working left to right here. Gilbert under center. Hawker gets the call again. Up the middle this time across the 40. And down to the McCall-Donnelly 39-yard line. 6 yards for Hawker. At this point, Snake River saying, hey, we're going to keep giving Hawker the ball and you try and stop it. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Panthers with the ball at the McCall-Donnelly 39-yard line. Got to get to the 35 to pick up a first down. 3:15 and counting, opening quarter, no score yet. Gilbert under center, 2 backs behind him in the I formation. Handoff again off the right side. This is a big run and a lowering of the shoulder across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 15 for Keegan Ashley that time. Actually, Zach Staley on that carry. So Staley rips off a gain of 15. It'll be 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball at the McCall-Donnelly 24-yard line. So an impressive drive being put together here by the Panthers under the direction of head coach Jeb Harrison, the son of legendary Idaho high school football coach Tom Harrison. This is a bounce to the outside for Hawker. And Hawker going to be knocked out around the 19-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 6 on 1st down for Hawker off that left side. 2:20 to play opening quarter. No score, but Snake River is on the move. It is 2nd and 4 for the Panthers with the ball at the McCall-Donnelly 14-yard line. Actually, the 18-yard line. Gilbert under center. Wing back in motion, left to right. They will turn and hand off again. This is Hawker up the middle, lowering the shoulder inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line for Hawker. So Hawker just explodes to the second level again, a gain of 11. And a 1st and goal now for Snake River at the 7-yard line. Handoff to Hawker, and Hawker will take it maybe to the 6. We'll see where they spot it at. A whole pile of bodies in there for McCall-Donnelly on the tackle. First guy in there was Marcus Wyman, senior linebacker. Looks like they did get to the 5, so a 2-yard gain for Hawker there on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 5 for the Panthers. 1:10 to play in the opening quarter, no score. Snake River trying to change that. Gilbert, handoff, no, fakes the handoff to Hawker, sweeping to the right side, will dive for the pylon. He's got it for the Snake River touchdown. That is a 5-yard touchdown run for Cole Gilbert on the QB sweep off the right side. And the Panthers strike first in this 3A postseason opener. So Gilbert with the 5-yard run. Looks like the Panthers may line up and go for 2 here with 1:01 to play in our first quarter of action. So Snake River going to try and go for 2. Gilbert under center, offset I formation. Wing back is to the left side of the formation. And, boy, a timeout taken here by Snake River. You hate to burn a timeout on a 2-point conversion attempt, but that is exactly what Snake River does. So a very impressive drive for the Panthers. Started at their own 46-yard line. And, hey, nothing fancy. They just ran the ball, especially with Carson Hawker. 6 carries for 43 yards so far today for Carson Hawker. And Snake River did not attempt a single pass on that scoring drive. Gilbert is 0 for 2 passing for the Panthers. Those both came on the opening possession. So they passed 2 of 3 times on their opening possession, went 3 and out. Coach Harrison says, let's get back to what we do best, and that's ground and pound, baby. In fact, I was talking to one of the assistant coaches for Snake River prior to the game today, and he was wearing a ball cap that had the Snake River logo on it, and then it also said, run the damn ball. So I think we all know what Snake River wants to do. Out of the timeout, they'll line up and go for 2 following the 5-yard touchdown run by Cole Gilbert. This will be a handoff left side. It's into the end zone. Johnny Jones, the freshman, runs in the 2-point conversion. So with 1:01 to play in the first quarter, Snake River 8, McCall-Donnelly nothing. We'll be back with more coverage. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Postseason on IdahoSports.com.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Snake River High School in Blackfoot. Brandon Maney with you here on IdahoSports.com. And with 1:01 to play in the first quarter of action, Snake River on top of McCall-Donnelly 8-0 thanks to a 5-yard touchdown run from Cole Gilbert and a 2-point conversion run by Johnny Jones. Gilbert will now kick off for the Panthers. It's taken in at the 4-yard line by Carter Johnson on the return, and he is brought down at the 20-yard line. A good open field tackle by Johnny Jones, the freshman. Jones has got good size for a freshman. 5'10", 165, and you can tell Snake River's fired up on their sideline. It'll be 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly. The drive is going to start, looks like around the 24-yard line with just 54 seconds to play here in our opening quarter of action. And again, a beautiful sunshiny day in Blackfoot. Weather-wise, this is about as good as it gets in late October. Out of the shotgun, Sorensen will hand off on 1st down off the right side, and that ball came out. Snake River thinks they've got it, and they do. That was Cole Gilbert who recovered that fumble for Snake River. So the ball came out for McCall-Donnelly as they tried to run it off the right side, and Cole Gilbert recovers the fumble for the Panthers. And all of a sudden, Snake River's got the ball back here with 47 seconds to play in the first quarter of action. So a big turnover forced there. Cole Gilbert kind of does it all for Snake River, and now a penalty flag comes in at the end as well. Looks like a sideline warning against Snake River. So they're going to pick up the penalty flag and give him the sideline warning. I think the players for Snake River were a little too excited running up to congratulate Gilbert as he came off to get the play. So Cole Gilbert's the quarterback. He's the kicker. He's the punter. He's the free safety. He's the punt returner. Recovers the fumble there for Snake River. It's 1st and 10 for the Panthers with the ball at the McCall-Donnelly 25-yard line. Handoff on 1st down off the right side. This is Johnny Jones taking it out of bounds on the near sideline to the 20. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Jones gets out to about a 5-yard carry. Oh, make it 6
Well,
carry.
now we'll call it 6 as they mark it at the 19-yard line. Got to get to the 15 to pick up a 1st down. Final 15 seconds of this opening quarter at an 8-0 Snake River lead. High formation again for Cole Gilbert. Under center, will take the snap. This is an inside handoff to Hawker. Hawker up the middle inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. That's a 1st down. They're going to mark it down back at the 9. So a 10-yard run for Hawker, and that will be the end of the first quarter of play. Snake River leading McCall-Donnelly 8-0 after a quarter of play, and a 1st and goal for the Panthers coming up when we begin the second quarter of action. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Postseason on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Snake River High School in Blackfoot. Brandon Maney with you here on IdahoSports.com as we begin our second quarter of play. The home team, the Snake River Panthers, lead McCall-Donnelly 8-0 thanks to a 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cole Gilbert and a 2-point conversion run by freshman Johnny Jones. And then on the last possession for McCall-Donnelly, Cole Gilbert recovered a fumble, and now he's got the Panthers 1st and goal at the 9-yard line of the Vandals. So first and goal at the 9. We flip the field. Snake River now working right to left in this second quarter of action. I formation, handoff left side. This is Zach Staley inside the 5 and down to the 4 for a gain of 5. So again, Snake River making no bones about it. We're going to line up and run the ball at you, and good luck trying to stop it. Oh, and the clock wasn't running on that last play, so Snake River got an untimed down. Could be inconsequential ultimately. Second and goal from the 4. Gilbert will hand off to Staley into the end zone. Off left tackle for a Snake River touchdown. 14-0 Panthers pending the conversion. So a 4-yard touchdown run for Zach Staley. And again, it looks like Snake River's going to line up and go for 2. Everybody bunched in tight. Gilbert handing off to Staley, and this time McCall-Donnelly's able to stop it. So the 2-point try, no good. But 14-0 Snake River with 11:41 to play before halftime. Thanks to the 4-yard run by Staley. Today's game brought to you in part by C&B Operations. For all your commercial John Deere new and used agriculture equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at www.deerequipment.com, deerequipment.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of the student athletes and wants to wish them good luck in the tournament. So McCall-Donnelly now going to be working left to right in this second quarter of action, and the way their offense is kind of metamorphosed because of injuries. You feel like this is a pretty important possession coming up here for McCall-Donnelly. Cole Gilbert will kick off for Snake River. It is Carter Johnson and Cole Burtonshaw back deep to return for the Vandals. Each standing at his own 10-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a line drive kick by Gilbert, bobbled by one of the up men. Thomas Knudsen will have to return it for McCall-Donnelly, and Knudsen will take it out to the 31-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vandals. So squib kick that time, picked up by Knudsen on a hop. And 31-yard line is where this drive will start, 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly. McCall-Donnelly has only attempted one pass so far today. Ball back at the 30 now, they'll mark it. 1st and 10 for the Vandals from their own 30-yard line. They started with that Wildcat formation. Now they've gone to a more traditional look with Josh Sorensen at quarterback. He's a sophomore. Will turn and hand off on 1st down up the middle, and a gain of 5 out to the 35-yard line. On the carry for the Vandals, that time Carter Johnson. So McCall-Donnelly still wanting to run the ball. Now they'll mark it back at the 34, so a gain of 4. McCall-Donnelly still wanting to run the ball, but trying to do it now out of a more traditional shotgun formation, as opposed to that Wildcat look they ran on the first 2 drives of the game where everybody was bunched in tight. Breaking the huddle again, Sorensen will send 2 receivers out to either side of the formation. And Sorensen all alone out of the shotgun here on 2nd down and 6. Back to pass. Sorensen going to lob it deep for Burtonshaw. Just overshot him. 3rd down. They were trying to go to Cole Burtonshaw around the 25-yard line of Snake River. That was a good throw from Sorensen. Just a little too much air underneath it. And it's now 3rd down and 6 for McCall-Donnelly. Now they put it, yeah, there we go. They keep putting it at the 35-yard line, and they keep having to move it back. So 3rd and 6 for the Vandals from their own 34-yard line. 10:47 to play before halftime. Snake River leading 14-0. 3rd and 6. Rolling out on the run. Sorensen broken up and nearly intercepted. Keegan Ashley was in coverage for Snake River. It's 4th down. Even if Sorensen completes that pass, it was right at the line of scrimmage to one of the running backs, and I'm not sure McCall-Donnelly has enough for the first down regardless. Punting situation now for McCall-Donnelly. It'll be Daniel Jackson to punt. Cole Gilbert back deep to return, and maybe thinking it could be a fake punt. Gilbert comes charging up. Nobody back to return for Snake River. We'll take a Snake River bounce, though, and McCall-Donnelly will down it at the 36-yard line. So Snake River back to work, leading 14-0 after a quick 3-and-out on the Panthers' opening drive, where 2 of the 3 plays were passing plays, and Gilbert went 0 for 2. Since then, Snake River has rattled off 13 consecutive running plays. I'd be shocked if we saw anything other than that again here. 10:33 to play before halftime. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, working right to left here in the second quarter of action. From their own 36-yard line. Gilbert under center, back to pass. Will float it up the near sideline. It's caught by Staley. In stride across the 40, down to the McCall-Donnelly 36-yard line. And a first down. That is a gain of 28 yards from Gilbert to Staley. And again, I'm a big dumb idiot announcer who doesn't know anything. I said Snake River's probably just going to keep pounding it. And what do? They go up top. Gilbert to Staley for a 28-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the McCall-Donnelly 36. Now back to the ground game off the left side this time. It was Carson Hawker carrying for a gain of 2. In on the tackle for McCall-Donnelly was Adam Rushton, sophomore linebacker. This is kind of a young McCall-Donnelly team. A lot of sophomores kind of pressed into varsity action. And here they are in the playoffs after thinking they didn't have a shot a month ago. 2nd and 7. Sweet play left side this time. Peyton Williams' first carry of the game, but we'll see where they mark this at. Williams carried it up the left side for a gain of 2, and it's 3rd down and 6 now. So 3rd and 6 for Snake River. Ball is at the McCall-Donnelly 38-yard line. Gilbert under center. 3 backs behind him. And this play blown dead before it can start because Snake River wants a timeout. So while Snake River takes the timeout, we'll tell you what's coming up on the IdahoSports.com halftime show. We'll have the first half stats for you, of course. But we will also have a look at our Friday Night Flash. Now, I understand it's Saturday afternoon, but every Friday night we have the Friday Night Flash. Our intern, Keller Sherman, works hard to put in the scores. It's our live, interactive, updated in real time statewide football scoreboard. All of the 3A games were played yesterday/last night. So we can tell you who won, who lost, and how the bracket will look next week for the quarterfinals. It all depends on who wins this game, because after the 3 first-round games at the 3A level, the 8 teams that are remaining in the quarterfinals get reseeded according to their Max Preps rankings. So, for example, Weiser had to play an opening round game, putting them at number 6 by default. But by winning and advancing to the quarterfinals, they're actually now the number 3 seed overall based on their Max Preps ranking. Out of the timeout, 3rd and 6. Quick toss play off the left side. Johnny Jones exploding into the secondary. Jones down to the 15-yard line. And a first down. From the 29 to the 15. A gain of 14 for Johnny Jones. And a 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball is at the McCall-Donnelly 15-yard line with 8.5 to play before halftime. Gilbert under center, split backs behind him. Will turn and hand off the left side this time for Jones. He's brought down in the backfield. Nice pursuit that time and a good tackle by McCall-Donnelly's Adam Rushton. So a loss of a yard on that carry for Jones. 2nd down and 11 for Snake River. Ball at their own 16-yard line. Well, I guess we're going to call it closer to 2nd and 10. $7:50 to go before halftime. Gilbert, inside handoff this time to the fullback, Zach Staley. He's blown up. That's a big tackle for McCall-Donnelly's Chalice Stanger. And Stanger is 6'3", 200. Actually, 6'3", 220. Good size on that McCall-Donnelly front. Loss of a yard on that carry for Zach Staley. We'll make it 3rd down and 11 now for the Panthers from the 16-yard line of McCall-Donnelly. Certainly 2-down territory here with 7:10 to go before halftime, and Snake River leading 14-0. Gilbert back to pass. Now it's a quarterback draw, and Gilbert will take it to the 11. So a gain of 5, but it's 4th down and 6. 6:50 and counting here in this second quarter of action. 14-0, Panther lead. A 5-yard touchdown run by Cole Gilbert and a 4-yard touchdown run by Zach Staley. What do the Panthers call here on 4th and 6? With the ball at the McCall-Donnelly 11. They've got to get to the 5 to pick up a 1st down. Gilbert out of a shotgun. 2 receivers stacked to either side. Back to pass. McCall-Donnelly bringing the heat. Gilbert now flushed out. Now will take off and run. Gilbert trying to shake inside the 10. He didn't get there. Gilbert takes it down to about the 8-yard line, which is good for a 3-yard gain, but he needed 6. Only got half the yardage. And so McCall-Donnelly is able to turn over Snake River on downs. That's a big stop for the Vandals and their red zone defense. And now the question is, can McCall-Donnelly take advantage on offense? With 6:17 to go here before halftime. It'll be 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 8, working left to right here in this second quarter. They've got 6:17 to work with. And they also have 2 timeouts at their disposal. Sorensen, direct snap. This is actually Burtonshaw on the direct snap out of the shotgun and is able to plod ahead for a gain of 1 to the 9-yard line.
Burtonshaw on the carry.
Makes it 2nd down and 9 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 9-yard line. Of course, when you're backed up inside your own 10, you have to be a little cautious with the play calling. Don't want a safety or anything like that. 5:45 to play before halftime. 14-0, Snake River lead. Thanks for being with us here on IdahoSports.com, our final broadcast of the opening round on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Blackfoot. 2nd and 9, Sorensen out of the gun. 5 guys into the pattern over the middle. Again, too high and too far for Cole Burtonshaw. Burtonshaw had a step on his guy around the 35-yard line of McCall-Donnelly, but Sorensen just a tick high and a tick far, and it's now 3rd down and 9 for the Vandals. Again, the big storyline, McCall-Donnelly missing their 2 most versatile athletes, DJ Green and Ethan Tinney. And Vandal basketball fans will recognize those 2 names as well. 5:25 to go before halftime, 3rd and 9 from the 9. Sorensen floats it high, it's picked! Intercepted, and the ball came out into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Snake River. So the ball was intercepted by Danny Ray, and as Ray returned it to the end zone, he fumbled, And jumping on top of it for Snake River, I believe, was Colby Hansen. Actually, Johnny Jones. Oh, Danny Ray? I thought he fumbled it at the end and somebody recovered, but they're saying he crossed the plane. Okay, so Danny Ray crossed the goal line with that interception. So a 17-yard pick six for Danny Ray. Snake River now will go for two. Won't get it on the run to Danny Ray. And so with 5:16 to go before halftime, it's now 20-0 Snake River. Sorensen floated that pass, and Danny Ray was able to take it for a 17-yard pick six. And so Snake River in front 20-0. We'll be back right after this break. We'll keep it right here. They're moving pretty quickly on this kickoff. 5:16 to go before halftime. Snake River fans can tune in to the Southeast Idaho Prepcast each and every week on IdahoSports.com, where myself and Jordan Kay from the Idaho State Journal talk about the biggest sports stories in District 5 athletics. And conversely, McCall-Donnelly fans can tune in to the Treasure Valley Prepcast each week, where myself and Logan Green talk about the biggest stories going on in District 3. Those prepcasts are available on IdahoSports.com, wherever you download your podcasts, the IdahoSports.com Facebook page, as well as our YouTube channel. Gilbert, line drive kick, taken at the 13-yard line by Burton Shaw, across the 30 and tripped up at the 31.
Levi Belknap, shoestring tackle.
So now 20-0 Snake River.
Bringing up a 1st and 10 for the Vandals.
With just 5:11 to play before halftime. And again, we talked about for McCall-Donnelly, this is an important possession, almost a must score here for the Vandals. Down 20-0. First and 10 for the Vandals from their own 31-yard line. Shifting guys around on the offensive line. And again, it's that Wildcat formation. Everybody bunched in tight. Burton Shaw will take the snap, just trying to push the pile. And Burton Shaw instead is knocked backwards. Cole Gilbert on the stop, but the forward progress will mark it all the way up to the 35-yard line and a gain of 4 to make it 2nd down and 6. Well, it's going to be 2nd down and 7, we'll call it. So a 3-yard run for Burton Shaw, 2nd and 7 for McCall-Donnelly. Ball at their own 35, 4.5 to play before halftime. Again, Wildcat formation. Off the right side this time, Daniel Jackson snuffed out. In on the stop for Snake River, Danny Ray, and also Colton Jensen. And Keegan Ashley in there as well, actually. And so no gain on that carry by Daniel Jackson. Makes it 3rd down and 7 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 35. Inside of 4 minutes to play before halftime and a 20-0 Panther lead. McCall-Donnelly will break the huddle. Wildcat formation again. 3 linemen or fullback types to the left side. That's exactly where they'll run with Daniel Jackson. And he's got the 1st down across the 45 to the 48-yard line of Snake River. That is a gain of 13 and a 1st down.
Ashley on the tackle. Looks like
so McCall-Donnelly will basically line up with 6 guys on the line, and then they'll have 2 fullbacks and an extra offensive lineman all in a horizontal line, usually to one side of the formation in the backfield, and then the Wildcat quarterback will just take the snap and run that way. And again, everybody stacked to the left side here. It is Daniel Jackson to take the snap on 1st and 10. We'll head off the left side and got a yard, nothing more. Zach Staley and Colton Jensen combo on the stop for Snake River. And now the Panthers are going to start spending their timeouts because McCall-Donnelly takes the timeout. Try and stop the clock here with 2:57 to play before halftime. That is their second timeout of the half. So we'll take the timeout with them. 2:57 to go before halftime. 20-0 Snake River with the lead. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine.
High school in Blackfoot out of the timeout. It will be a second down and 9 for McCall-Donnelly. Daniel Jackson again out of the Wildcat formation off to the right side this time. We'll take it to the 49-yard line. That is a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 4 now for the Vandals. 2:35 to play before halftime. It's a 20-0 Snake River lead. McCall-Donnelly trying to score right before halftime here. Try and get back in this ball game. 3rd down and 4. Ball is at the 49-yard line of the Vandals. Direct snap again. Wildcat play. This is Carter Johnson. It's blown up. Blown up by Cole Gilbert. Also in there for Snake River, Danny Ray and Lance Hunter. All in on the tackle for the Panthers. Carter Johnson is only able to pick up a yard. And it's 4th down and a long 3 now with the ball right at the 50-yard line. 4th down, McCall-Donnelly looks like they're going to punt again. This is prime position for a fake, though. And penalty flags come out. This is a false start against McCall-Donnelly. So if they were going to fake punt on a 4th and 4, probably not going to now on a 4th and 9.
5 yards, bringing up 4th and about 8 yards.
1:42 to go before halftime, and probably a more traditional punt now from the Vandals. Daniel Jackson to punt. Cole Gilbert stands at his own 15-yard line ready to return. End over end kick will take a bounce at the 15. A bounce inside. Gilbert touched it. Now he's got to pick up and run with it. Crosses the 10, and that's it. So 1:17 to go before halftime. Snake River will get the ball back here. 1st and 10 with the ball right around their own 11-yard line here. Snake River does have 2 timeouts to work with. And again, not a ton of passing today for the Panthers thus far. Gilbert is just 1 of 3 for 28 yards. They're actually going to mark that ball at the 13-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Snake River, moving right to left with 1:17 to go before halftime. So we'll see what the Panthers decide and try and do here, up by 20. Gilbert under center. Back to pass. Now a halfback draw play. This is Carson Hawker taking it across the 20 and to the 24-yard line for a 1st down. Actually, to the 26. So a gain of 13 for Carson Hawker. A minute to go. Snake River trying to hurry up now. 1st and 10 from the 26. Handoff into the play, blown dead before it can start. A penalty flag. And a false start against the Panthers with just 58 seconds to go before halftime.
Penalty assessed against the Panthers.
So they'll move it back. It'll be 1st down and 15 now. The clock continues to run as well. We're down to 50 seconds to play before halftime. 1st and 15 for the Panthers from their own 21-yard line. 40 seconds to go before halftime. Snake River leading 20-0. May just want to run the clock out here, get to halftime. Gilbert, inside draw again to Hawker, carrying multiple guys across the 25, down to about the 20, well, let's see where they mark it. Yeah, it's going to be at the 29-yard line. So a gain of 8 for Carson Hawker. We're down to 15 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd down and 7. Another handoff right side this time, and that might be the final play of the first half as Peyton Williams takes it for a gain of 1. And that will be the final play of the opening half of action. Snake River at halftime, pitching a shutout, a 20-0 lead over McCall-Donnelly in this 3A postseason opener. We will be back with the halftime show right after this break. You are listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
You've heard it before. There is no I in team, but there is an I in dairy. Dairy foods are a great source of protein, which is vital for helping rebuild and repair muscles after exercise, so your body can be at the top of its game at your next competition. So grab some milk, cheese, or yogurt after you work out, train, or play. Yes, it's true. There is no I in team, but there is an I in win. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. It's the recipe for success in any kind of sport, and dairy can be a key ingredient in every one of those steps. Dairy foods supply your body with high-quality protein to rebuild and repair muscle, carbohydrates to help you refuel, and fluid and electrolytes to help you rehydrate. So your personal recipe for greatness can be perform, win, repeat. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
It is halftime here in Blackfoot, Snake River High School. Brandon Maney with you here on IdahoSports.com for this 3A postseason opener. And at the break, it is the Snake River Panthers on top of the McCall-Donnelly Vandals by a score of 20-0. Let's recap the scoring in that first half of action. After both teams traded punts back and forth for the majority of that first quarter, Snake River finally got on the board with a long, extended drive where they ran the ball on all 9 plays of the drive, and it was capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cole Gilbert. They then lined up for 2 and got a 2-point conversion run from freshman Johnny Jones. And with 1:01 to play in the first quarter, it was 8-0, Snake River on top. Very next possession, McCall-Donnelly tried to run a wildcat play. The ball was fumbled, and Cole Gilbert, he's the quarterback, he's the safety, he's the return man, he's the kicker and punter. He does everything for Snake River. Cole Gilbert comes up with the fumble recovery for Snake River. So following that turnover, Panthers were in business. We got to the end of the first quarter. It was 8-0. Same drive for Snake River at the start of the second quarter, and it was Zach Staley scoring on a 4-yard touchdown run. And with 11:41 to play before halftime, it was 14-0 in favor of the Panthers after the 2-point conversion run was no good. Fast forward to late in the second quarter. McCall-Donnelly, after getting a 4th down stop inside their own 10-yard line, trying to take that momentum and maybe put together an offensive drive, but on a 3rd and 9 play from their own 11-yard line, as Josh Sorensen was back to pass. His throw to the near sideline was intercepted by Danny Ray. He took it back 17 yards for a pick 6. Again, the 2-point run was no good, and so it was 20-0 Snake River with 5:16 to play before halftime, and that's where we're at, 20-0 Snake River leading at the break. Let's take a look at the first half stats for Snake River. 131 yards on the ground, 28 yards through the air. That's 159 yards total on offense. For McCall-Donnelly, 55 yards on the ground, 0 yards through the air. And so just 55 total yards of offense at halftime for the Vandals. They've got to get that turned around. They've also had the 2 turnovers, which have really directly led to 14 or 12 Snake River points. So if they can clean up the turnovers, they've actually been playing fairly well, but those turnovers have been costly. Individually for Snake River in that opening half, leading rusher on the ground, Cole Hawker, 10 carries for 74 yards. Zach Staley has 5 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown. Johnny Jones has 3 carries for 20 yards. Cole Gilbert, 3 carries for 13 yards and a touchdown. And it is Peyton Williams, 2 carries for 2 yards. Cole Gilbert, 1 of 3 passing for 28 yards. Zach Staley had the 1 reception for 28 yards. For McCall-Donnelly, we talked about Josh Sorensen, 0 of 4 passing with that interception. That's it. And on the ground, it is Daniel Jackson leading the way, 5 carries for 26 yards. Carter Johnson has 7 carries for 22 yards. And Cole Burtonshaw, 5 carries for 7 yards. So it's been tough sledding for McCall-Donnelly. And again, really just running the Wildcat and just trying to plod ahead 3-4 yards at a time. And so for Snake River, a couple of turnovers forced by the defense, one directly leading to a pick 6. A pretty good formula for success for the Panthers here in the opening round. Well, the winner of this game will move on to the 3A quarterfinals. Who will they play? Well, we don't know yet. We'll outline all the possible scenarios when we come back on the IdahoSports.com halftime show. It is 20-0. Snake River with the lead here at intermission. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Postseason on IdahoSports.com.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text STAR 072.
It is halftime here at Snake River High School in Blackfoot. Brandon Maney with you here on IdahoSports.com for this 3A opening round postseason contest. At halftime, it is Snake River shutting out McCall-Donnelly 20-0. Well, all the other opening round games, and by all the other, I mean the 2 other opening round 3A football games, took place yesterday/last night. Yesterday afternoon in Madison, or at Madison High School in Rexburg, a neutral site game. Kind of a wild back-and-forth game, but South Fremont ultimately outlasts Kellogg 35-30 in a very entertaining contest. So South Fremont moves on to the quarterfinal round. And then last night, in a game that we had for you on IdahoSports.com, Paul Kingsbury had the call. Weiser defeated Buell in their playoff opener 62-20. So the way the 3A bracket works is the 5 district champions automatically get a bye in the first round. And your 5 district champs this year were Timberlake from District 1 up north, Homedale from District 3, Gooding from District 4, Marsh Valley won District 5, and Sugar Salem, the defending 3A champs, won District 6. So those 5 automatically move into the quarterfinals. The other 3 slots are decided by play-in games. They take 6 at-large teams, right? So we know that South Fremont and Weiser have both moved on, and then the winner of this game today will fill in the final piece of the puzzle. Now, what's interesting is that once the 8 quarterfinal teams are determined, they will be reseeded based on their Max Preps rankings. So, for example, Weiser, a team that had to play a first-round game, will actually leapfrog several of the teams that had first-round byes by virtue of their superior Max Preps ranking. So here's what we know for sure. The top 5 seeds are already locked in. Homedale is the 1. Gooding is the 2. Weiser is the 3. Sugar Salem is the 4, and Marsh Valley is the 5. So that leaves slots 6, 7, and 8 still up for grabs. If Snake River holds on and wins this game, then Snake River becomes the 6th seed, Timberlake is the 7th seed, and the 8th seed goes to South Fremont. If McCall-Donnelly makes a comeback in this second half and the Vandals rally back and win, then the 3 remaining seeds look like this. McCall-Donnelly would get the 8th seed, and the other 2 schools would move up a slot. So Timberlake would be the 6th, South Fremont would be the 7th, McCall-Donnelly would be the 8th. So one quarterfinal matchup is set in stone. It'll be number 5 Marsh Valley against number 4 Sugar Salem. We know that matchup's going to happen. And by the way, that's a rematch from a game earlier in the regular season. That was actually a really fun game to watch. So, again, the matchups could look like this. If Snake River holds on to win, you would have quarterfinal matchups of South Fremont against Homedale, Timberlake against Gooding, and Snake River against Weiser. And if McCall-Donnelly comes back and wins in this second half, then you would have playoff matchups of McCall-Donnelly against Homedale in a rematch, right? Those are conference rivals. South Fremont would take on Gooding, and Timberlake would take on Weiser. So after the game concludes today, we'll have the complete picture. We'll be able to tell you exactly who will be playing where in the quarterfinal round. There is one other playoff game going on today. It is Bear Lake and Coal Valley Christian. They're playing in a 2A playoff contest. And we'll try and see if we can get a score update for that here as the day moves along. Let's see what we can find out here. As it stands, though, we are getting ready for the second half of action here between Snake River and McCall-Donnelly. And we are just about ready for the second half of action. Now, McCall-Donnelly got the ball to start this game, so they will have to kick off to begin the third quarter of action. Snake River will be back deep to return. They've got 3 return men standing deep at their own 5-yard line. Snake River will be moving right to left, by the way, here in this second half of action. And it looks like at halftime possibly 14-3. Bear Lake with the lead over Coal Valley Christian. So again, we'll try to keep you updated on that contest as the broadcast goes along. Here is the second half kickoff by McCall-Donnelly. It goes to the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Snake River up by 20. We'll start with it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, working right to left here in this third quarter of action. Well, here on Halloween Eve, I think most people are just going to celebrate Halloween tonight here on a Saturday night. A couple of costumes, and I have to say the most popular costume by far, I've seen 5 or 6 people wearing it here at Snake River High in Blackfoot, is the football referee, right? They've got the striped shirt, they've got the whistle. A couple of them have the glasses and the stick that blind people use. A little tongue-in-cheek, but so far today, I think a well-officiated contest. It's been a pretty clean game on both sides. Peyton Williams will start on a first down carry for Snake River off the right side. Loses 2 yards back to the 18-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Panthers. Cole Gilbert, a 5-yard touchdown run. Zach Staley, a 4-yard touchdown run. Danny Ray, a 17-yard pick six. Those are the scoring plays for the Panthers. 2nd and 12. Another handoff off the left side this time. Cole Hawker. Hawker lowers the shoulder and takes it to the 24. That is a gain of 6. 3rd down. Hawker led the way in that first half with 74 yards on the ground on 10 carries. So that is 7.4 yards per touch. It's not bad. 3rd and 7 now for the Panthers from their own 24-yard line. Gilbert under center. Going to be a quarterback keeper off the right side. He's brought down back at the 20-yard line. Nice penetration by McCall-Donnelly, and in on the stop for the Vandals, Marcus Wyman, the senior linebacker. 4th down. With the ball right back at the 20-yard line where they started, Snake River will have to punt as Gilbert loses 3 on that QB bootleg off the left side. Cole Burtonshaw back deep to return this punt for McCall-Donnelly. Stands at his own 47-yard line. Here's the punt from Cole Gilbert. This is a good kick. Will be played on a hop by Burtonshaw. He's got to pick it up at the 38-yard line. Burtonshaw across the 45, still going across the 50. And knocked out of bounds around the Snake River 44-yard line. So a good punt return by Cole Burtonshaw. Here the Vandals have great field position to start. Can they take advantage? It'll be 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly with the ball at the 45-yard line of Snake River. 9:57 to play here in the third. Snake River a 20-0 lead. McCall-Donnelly trying to rally back, missing their top 2 athletes, DJ Green and Ethan Tinney. And those guys can play running back, quarterback, receiver. They do it all. So a modified Wildcat offense for McCall-Donnelly. Again, everybody bunched in tight, everybody to the right side this time. Snap to Carter Johnson off the right side. Johnson is able to hurl a defender across the 45 and the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. That is an 8-yard run on 1st down for Carter Johnson. And it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Gilbert with about a 7-yard.
We'll call it 7 for Johnson.
Excuse me, Sorensen.
It'll be 2nd down and 3 now for McCall-Donnelly. New back in there is Daniel Jackson out of the Wildcat. Jackson takes the direct snap, heading off the right side again, has the 1st down. Takes it to the 30-yard line. And that will be enough to move the sticks. So Jackson's able to pick up 6 yards on that carry. And a fresh set of downs for McCall-Donnelly with 9:05 to play in the third, down 20-0. It is 1st and 10 for the Vandals with the ball right at the Snake River 30-yard line. Again, Wildcat formation. It's Cole Burtonshaw in there now to take the snap. Everybody stacked to the left. That's the direction they run. Burtonshaw cuts up, and he's met right away at the line of scrimmage by Zach Staley. So Staley able to drive Burtonshaw back. It's only a gain of a yard for Burtonshaw. So of the 3 Wildcat backs for McCall-Donnelly today, Burtonshaw, Johnson, and Jackson, Burtonshaw has definitely had the toughest time. The halftime totals we talked about for McCall-Donnelly. Jackson had 26 yards. Johnson had 22. Burtonshaw only had 7. Gains a yard, 2nd and 9. Ball is right at the 30-yard line with 8:10 to play here in the third. McCall-Donnelly working left to right. In this third quarter, Carter Johnson takes the direct snap. Will rush it to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now for the Vandals.
Gilbert on the tackle. Also Danny Ray, assisting.
Down to 7:50 to play in the third, a 20-0 Snake River lead. That ball closer to the 26-yard line, I guess, upon further inspection. So a 3rd and 5 for McCall-Donnelly. Ball at the Snake River 26. 7:30 to play here in the third. Jackson, Wildcat back, takes the snap, penetration by Snake River, and Jackson may have gotten a yard, not much more than that. And you can tell the Panthers are selling out against the run now, and why wouldn't they? McCall-Donnelly hasn't completed a pass yet. That's Staley in on the tackle, and no gain on that carry by Jackson. So 4th down and 5 for McCall-Donnelly. Ball is at the 25-yard line of Snake River. Vandals need to pick up this first down to try and hang in, down 20-0 with 6:40 to play in the third, and the Vandals will spend a timeout to talk about it because, well, this is a pretty important play coming up here.
Timeout, Vandals.
They pick up the first down, keep the drive alive, get a score, they're right back in it. They turn it over on down, Snake River gets it back, and all of a sudden that clock's looking very short as we're down to 6:40 to play here in the third. Today's game brought to you in part by C&B Operations. For all of your commercial John Deere, new and used agriculture equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at www.deerequipment.com. That's DEEREQUIPMENT.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of the student athletes and wants to wish them good luck in the tournament. So out of the timeout. Fourth down and 5 for McCall-Donnelly. Ball at the Snake River 25. It's going to be a jet sweep play for Burtonshaw. It's blown up, but now he's going to drop back to pass. Heaves it downfield. It is broken up by Staley on the far side. So they were trying a halfback pass that time with Cole Burtonshaw. As he rolled out to the left side, he felt the pressure almost immediately. Applying the pressure on the rush was Colton Jensen. He was able to throw up a wobbling duck downfield that was ultimately broken up by Staley in coverage. So that fourth down play ends up being a turnover on downs for McCall-Donnelly. The Vandals now 0 for 5 passing as a team today. Snake River gets the ball off the turnover on downs with 6:32 to play here in the third, leading 20-0. Cole Gilbert will line up under center. Wing back in motion left to right is Peyton Williams. This will be a fullback handoff off the right side. This is Hawker, and Hawker will take it for a gain of a couple. A McCall-Donnelly player slow to get up. And a timeout taken here. Jackson in on the tackle for McCall-Donnelly. And now getting up under his own power and looking to be okay is Chalice Stanger for the Vandals. No yardage gained on that carry by Hawker off the right side, by the way. 2nd and 10 for Snake River. From their own 25-yard line with 6:10 to play in the third and leading 20-0. Second and 10. Gilbert under center. Sweet play off the left side this time to Johnny Jones, and Jones only able to get a yard. 3rd down and 9 now for Snake River. You know, neither team has really been able to bust it for any big plays. I mean, the longest play yardage-wise today was that 28-yard pass from Gilbert to Staley in the first half for Snake River. But outside of that, you know, the occasional 13, 15-yard run, but that's it. 3rd and 9, Gilbert rolling out right side, will step up and now take off and run. Trying to pick up the first down, and he does. Across the 40, down to the 42-yard line. A nifty scramble play, and it's a first down. That is a gain of 16 on the scramble. Actually, 18 as he takes it to the 42. So Cole Gilbert keeping it alive with his legs. It's 1st and 10 for Snake River from their own 42-yard line. 4:50 to play in the third, leading 20-0. Gilbert under center. Williams in motion right to left. They hand off inside. This is Carson Hawker. Close to the first down marker. They'll say he got enough. A gain of 10 and a first down. 20-0 Snake River, and now they're starting to get those chunk plays on the ground. So a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball is at their 47-yard line. Gilbert lines up in an offset I formation. Wing back in motion, left to right. Back to pass. Feeling the heat. Heaves it deep downfield for Rylan Anderson. Too high and complete. Will Crossley in coverage for McCall-Donnelly, and that time the Vandal pass rush got home. Gilbert had to heave it off his back foot, and now, boy, Cole Gilbert is holding his left elbow as he comes over to the sideline. I don't know if he got hit as he unleashed that deep pass, but he's shaking off that left elbow, that left arm. He throws with his right arm, so hopefully he's all right. We'll have to keep an eye on that development with 4:13 to play in the third. Snake River up 20-0. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers from their own 47. Handoff left side, Carson Hawker. Across the 50 to the McCall-Donnelly 39-yard line. And that is a 8-yard gain for Hawker.
Brings up about a 3rd and 2 for the Panthers.
And it's a 3rd down and 2 for Snake River with the ball at the 39-yard line of McCall-Donnelly. They've got to get to the 37 to pick up this first down. We're down to 3:35 to play in the third. 20-0 Snake River lead. Quarterback bootleg for Gilbert off the right side as the first down as he lowers the boom at the 30-yard line. Carter Johnson in on the tackle for McCall-Donnelly, but it's more like Johnson's momentum stopped Gilbert as he takes it to the 30 for a first down. And a gain of 7 on that scramble. Well, not a scramble, it's a designed QB sweep for Gilbert. So 1st and 10 for Snake River, ball at the Vandals' 30-yard line. 3:10 to play in the third. Panthers up 20-0. Inside handoff this time, it's Danny Molina, the sophomore, with his first carry of the day, goes for a yard. Molina becomes the 6th different Snake River ball carrier today with 2:47 and counting in the third. And Snake River leading 20-0. Second and 9 from the 29 of the Vandals. Handoff left side. This is Zach Staley. Brought down right around the 25-yard line for a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 3rd down and 6, we'll call it, as Staley got 3 to the 26. .210 to play in the third, and we've talked about, the McCall-Donnelly defense has played pretty well, all things considered today. A couple of key turnovers have led directly to 12 Snake River points, 12 of their 20. 1:50 to play in the third. 3rd down and 6. Rolling out, Gilbert right side on the run, flicks it. It's caught at the 15, the 10, lowering the shoulder to the 5 and down around the 1-yard line. That's Peyton Williams on the reception for the first down. We'll see where they put this at. They're going to put it back around the 3, it looks like. So a gain of 22 from Gilbert to Williams. .135 to play in the third. 1st and goal from the 3. Toss play left side and second effort. Johnny Jones is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Snake River.
Panthers now lead 26-0 with 1:27 to play in the third. And again, Snake River will line up and go for 2. So Johnny Jones finds the end zone from 3 yards out. We'll see if the Panthers can get the 2-point conversion. Try, bobbled snap. And Jones has nowhere to go. He's blown up in the backfield by Adam Rushton of McCall-Donnelly. So 26-0, the score remains in favor of the Snake River Panthers. We will be back with more third quarter coverage in just a moment. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Welcome back to Snake River High School in Blackfoot. Brandon Bainey with you here on IdahoSports.com. 1:27 to play in the third. And a 26-0 Snake River lead over McCall-Donnelly. The latest score for the Panthers, a 3-yard touchdown run by freshman Johnny Jones. And now Cole Gilbert will kick off for Snake River. This is a line drive kick that will fall out of bounds around the 15-yard line. So an illegal procedure penalty. Out of bounds on the near sideline. A couple of parents milling around on the sideline are able to eventually track down that ball. And I think McCall-Donnelly is going to make Snake River re-kick. So the Vandals have the option. They can take the ball at the 35-yard line, or they can make Snake River kick from 10 yards further back. And down 26-0, I like the call by McCall-Donnelly because you want a chance to rip off a big return. Now Snake River is going to have to kick off from their own 35-yard line. With a gentle breeze blowing, McCall-Donnelly more than likely is going to get a chance at returning this ball around their own 20-yard line. So again, we'll have to see what Burtonshaw and Johnson and Jackson, the three return men for McCall-Donnelly, can do here. Gilbert ready to boot it again. This one is angled to the left side, taken by Johnson at the 22-yard line. Johnson, a nice return across the 40 and out of bounds around the 47-yard line. So McCall-Donnelly smartly makes Snake River re-kick that after the kickoff went out of bounds, and they're going to start with the ball right around midfield. Well, they're actually going to mark that back at the 45-yard line, so McCall-Donnelly is able to gain 10 yards of extra field position because of that penalty. 1st and 10 for the Vandals from their own 45-yard line. 1:22 to play in the third, down 26-0. They've got to get to work here. Sorensen out of a shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right side will sling it. That is incomplete on the far side at the 50-yard line. They were trying a quick curl route, a little low, and as the receiver went to catch it, falls incomplete. Intended receiver that time was Andrew Carmen, out on the perimeter on the left side for McCall-Donnelly. So 2nd and 10 for the Vandals. Second and 10. Sorensen back to pass, rolling out right side, feeling the pressure. Sorensen taking off on the run, will fire out of bounds. They were trying to go to Jack Duncan, the tight end that time, on an out route on the near sideline. 3rd and 10. 1:12 to play in the third. McCall-Donnelly trailing 26-0.
That brings up a 3rd down and 10 for the Vandals.
And the Vandals, we talked about in the first half, only attempted 4 passes. They may have to become more one-dimensional to try and come back in the second half, down 26-0. Sorensen gets the play from the sideline. Will jog back to the huddle. McCall-Donnelly working left to right for the final 1:12 of this third quarter. And again, 4 wide, 2 to either side. Tailback is Johnson on the right hip. And now Johnson into the pattern as a wide receiver as well, 5 wide. Sorensen has time, going to launch it deep and overthrows his man Carmen on that far sideline. 4th down. Sorensen's got a good arm. We've talked about it. He's just been a little bit off in the passing game. That would have been close to a 30-yard gain on that reception to Andrew Carmen, but fourth down instead, and McCall-Donnelly going to go for it. They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th and 10 from their own 45 with 1:05 to play in the third. Sorensen 5 wide, 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Claps his hands, takes the snap. Here comes the pass rush. Sorensen pump fakes it, telling his guy to get downfield and throws it low. It's 4th down, or that's a turnover on downs. They were trying to go to Easton Medley, tight end on the near side. Even if Medley makes the catch, it would have been short of the first down marker, and so as Sorensen was rolling out to the right side, he was pointing upfield like, get further upfield. But ultimately a turnover on downs for McCall-Donnelly. It'll be 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball at the Vandals' 45-yard line with 59 seconds to play in the third. Gilbert and company will break the huddle. Line up in a shotgun formation. 3 receivers left, single receiver to the right. Tailback is Hawker on the left hip of Gilbert. Rolling out right side. Gilbert on the run. That ball is caught at the 32-yard line by Rylan Anderson. That's his first grab of the day. A gain of 12 and a first down. Rylan Anderson is the receiver that Cole Gilbert loves to go to the most, and that's his first grab today. 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball at the Vandals' 33-yard line with 52 seconds to play in the third. Gilbert with split backs behind him under center. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Gilbert, play action, feeling the heat, going for the home run, ball wide open, caught at the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Jace Mortensen makes that reception.
Pass complete to Jace Mortensen.
McCall-Donnelly sent the house on the blitz. Cole Gilbert stood tall and threw to a wide open Jace Mortensen for a 33-yard touchdown. And now the point after kick for the first time today for Snake River. Cole Gilbert going to attempt it out of the hold of Danny Ray. First point after kick attempt today for Snake River. Gilbert's kick misses to the right. So wide right, the score remains 32-0 Snake River. Judging by the crowd reaction, they probably don't do that too often. Everybody was hoping that Gilbert could make it, but no dice. 32-0, Snake River leading with 45 seconds to play in the third. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Back at Snake River High School in Blackfoot, Brandon Maney with you on IdahoSports.com. The latest score from Snake River, a 33-yard bomb from Gilbert to Mortensen. Now Gilbert's kickoff taken at the 25-yard line by Burtonshaw. Good return out to the 40 and the 45-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly. Final 38 seconds of this third quarter. Vandals will break the huddle here, and backs are really up against the wall now. Direct snap to Burtonshaw on first down and gets a yard, and that's it. So Burtonshaw gets, well, I think they're going to give him a yard. Yeah, they'll give him a yard. Again, there's just been not much there today for McCall-Donnelly in terms of trying to run up the middle. Final 5 seconds of the third quarter, and that will do it for the third period of action. Snake River fans applauding their team as the Panthers are pitching a shutout here against McCall-Donnelly, 32-0. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Snake River High School in Blackfoot. Fourth quarter about to begin here on IdahoSports.com. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 44-yard line. Pass complete by Sorensen in the flat. That is Jack Duncan, the tight end, on the reception for a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. That is the first completed pass for McCall-Donnelly today, and it comes on the opening play of the fourth quarter of action. We're down to 11:34 to play in this ball game. It's Snake River pitching the shutout, 32-0. Can McCall-Donnelly try and rally back? They're going to have to basically abandon the run at this point and hope to make some plays in the passing game. It's 3rd down and 5. Ball right at the 50-yard line. Sorensen over the middle. It's picked. Cole Gilbert with the interception at the 35-yard line. Gilbert on the return, brought down at the 50.
Gilbert returns it to midfield.
So Gilbert with the interception. Out there playing free safety with 11:06 to play in the fourth. I'll tell you what, Cole Gilbert right now, the clubhouse leader for the IdahoSports.com player of the game. He's got a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, an interception, and a fumble recovery. Just another day at the office for Mr. Gilbert. And following that pick, he will now come back to quarterback the Panther offense. 1st and 10 for Snake River. Ball right at the 50-yard line. Gilbert back to pass on 1st down, rolling out right side, will slide out of bounds. Jack Duncan takes him out, and that is a loss of 4 yards on that run. So Gilbert was just rolling out to the right side and never really had room to run, just kind of ran out of real estate on that near sideline and forced out by Duncan. So 2nd down and 14 now for the Panthers from their own 46-yard line. 10:58 to play in this 3A postseason opener. Gilbert, bootleg, gonna dump it off in the flat. That's complete. This is Hawker making the reception across the 45 down to the McCall-Donnelly 41.
Daniel Jackson on the tackle.
And that should be enough for a 1st down. And holding against Snake River. A penalty flag came out very late at the end of that play.
We'll have to call that one back as the penalty is assessed against the
So holding against Snake River will move it back to the 43-yard line of Snake River. where it will now be second down and 18, we'll call it. Second and 18. Gilbert will line up under center. Split backs behind him. Quick hitter inside, now bouncing it outside. This is Danny Molina. Another penalty flag, though, as Molina takes it to the McCall-Donnelly 40-yard line. Would have been about a yard shy of the first down, but another penalty flag, this one thrown right at the 50-yard line. And again, we'll see what the call is here with 10:21 to play. It's another holding call against the Panthers.
Well, I guess we got to call that one back again.
So Snake River moving backwards on this drive, back to the 38-yard line where it will be second down and 22.
19 to go. Wow. All right.
So second and 22. Gilbert under center. Split backs behind him. Back to pass. Feeling the heat. Stands tall. Throws low at the 50-yard line on the near side. Intended receiver Rylan Anderson. It's now third and 22. 10:02 to play. 32-0 Snake River. Just trying to close this one out and advance to the quarterfinal round where they would take on Weiser, the number 3 seed, and the Wolverines have lost only one time this year, and that was by a score of 14-6 to undefeated Homedale. Be a good matchup next week, though. Third down and 22. Gilbert back to pass, standing tall, lofting it deep, overshot everybody, fourth down. Gilbert hit as he threw it as well. Snake River, I think, wanted a roughing the passer call, but won't win the argument. Fourth down.
Fourth and a long ways to go for the Panthers.
So 10:02 to play here in this ball game. Fourth down. Snake River will punt away here. Cole Gilbert again to do the honors. Cole Burtonshaw will stand back at his own 30-yard line, awaiting the return for the Vandals. Gilbert, line drive kick, it's almost blocked. I don't know how it got out of there. It rolls all the way down to and Burtonshaw picks it up at the 15-yard line. That's risky. Burtonshaw now going to return it across the 20 and to the 26-yard line. Wow. So an absolute line drive kick that never got more than probably 6 inches away from the ground. That's like a bullet whizzed through there. I don't know how that wasn't blocked by McCall-Donnelly. And then it took a Snake River bounce to about the 16-yard line. Burtonshaw was going to let it roll and then decided to pick it up at the last second. Ends up getting a 10-yard return out of it, and it's first and 10 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 26-yard line. 9:46 to play, and the Vandals trailing 32-0. Break the huddle here, and we'll see that Wildcat formation again. Daniel Jackson in there as the Wildcat back. Will take the snap and run off the right side, and Jackson will take it to the 31 for a gain of 4 and second and 6.
On the tackle.
9.5 to play, 32-0 Snake River lead. Second and 6 for the Vandals. Ball at the 31-yard line, their own 31, working right to left in this fourth quarter of action. Jackson again on a Wildcat play, crosses the 35 and takes it to the 36 for a gain of 5, and it's third and inches now for the Vandals. 8:50 to play. Third and inches with the ball at the 36-yard line, and now they're going to say he got the first down. Okay. So initially third and inches. They'll say he got the 6 yards he needed for the first down. So first and 10 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 36-yard line. Again, Wildcat snap to Jackson, and Jackson will take it across the 45 to the 46. And again, depending on the spot, should be enough for the first down. Let's see. They're going to call it 2nd and inches with the ball right at the 45-yard line. So Jackson rips off another 9-yard run. 2nd and inches, ball at the 45-yard line. They've got to get to the 46 for the first down. Direct snap again to Jackson right side, and this time didn't get there. Snake River was ready with the pressure defensively. Colton Jensen in on the tackle. 3rd and 1.
Jensen on the tackle.
Meanwhile, that clock continues to burn. We're down to 7:50 to play in this ball game. 32-0 Snake River lead.
3rd and 1 for the Vandals on the 45-yard line.
Can McCall-Donnelly pick up the first down? We will have to wait and see here. Seven and a half to play. Under center, quarterback keeper this time, and enough for the first down to the 47-yard line. And that was Sorensen on the QB keeper under center this time. Actually took it to the 48, so a gain of 3 on that sneak play by Sorensen. Fresh set of downs for McCall-Donnelly. 7 minutes to play, trailing 32-0 here to Snake River in this 3A playoff opener for both teams. 1st and 10, direct snap to Burtonshaw. Started up the middle, now trying to bounce it outside. Blown up in the backfield. Cole Gilbert, Rylan Anderson combined on the stop for the Panthers. And again, generous with the forward progress. They'll say Burtonshaw got right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost half a yard, but officially we will call it 2nd and 10. And ball still at their own 47-yard line with 6:20 to play. Wildcat formation again for Burtonshaw. Will take the snap off the right side, and he's able to slip away. Almost lost the ball as he crosses the 50 and takes it to the Snake River 48. Josh Curzon, 6'3", 280. Just about brought down Burtonshaw in the backfield, but somehow Burtonshaw's able to scamper for a gain of 6. To make it 3rd and 4 for the Vandals. Ball is at the Snake River 47-yard line. They've got to get to the 42 to pick up the first down. Direct snap. Jackson again, caught from behind. Blitzing through was Danny Molina to make the tackle for Snake River. So Molina, this young sophomore, giving Snake River a little juice. And it's a gain of only a yard for Jackson on that carry, 4th down. Down to 5:15 to play, 32-0 Snake River leading. A 4th down and 4 for McCall-Donnelly from the 46-yard line of the Panthers. 5 wide here, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Sorensen ready to take the snap. Rolling out right side on the run, fires, it is caught, but tackled 2 yards shy of the first down. The reception made by Carter Johnson, but a nice open field tackle by Keegan Ashley. So they needed 4 and they only got 2. And so McCall-Donnelly turns it over on downs to Snake River with 4:49 to play. And the Panthers in front 32-0. And now for Coach Harrison and the Panthers, love to just put this one to bed by running the clock a little bit and getting some good runs. First and 10 for Snake River from their own 43-yard line. Gilbert under center, offset I formation. Hand off right side. This is Johnny Jones breaking it outside. What a block on the perimeter. And Jones will take it all the way to the McCall-Donnelly 40-yard line. That's a gain of 17 and a first down.
Hey, discount prices on hamburgers. Head on over to the grill and get a discount hamburger. You've got it there. Then head on over to the concession stand.
And a great block out on the perimeter as well by Rylan Anderson, the wide receiver, to Spring Jones for an extra 7 yards on that carry. 4.5 to play, 32-0 Snake River lead. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at the Vandals' 40-yard line. Gilbert, I formation, handoff left side. Johnny Jones breaking tackles again, still going. Down to the 30-yard line, 10 yards and a first down.
Yes, it is good enough for another first down for the Panthers.
So Jones all of a sudden 27 yards on back-to-back carries, 1 for 17, 1 for 10. First and 10, Snake River, ball at the Vandals' 30-yard line, 3:50 to play in this ball game. This time a fullback hitter up the middle. This is Colby Hansen with his first carry. 7th different Snake River Panther to carry the ball today, and that's for a gain of 5. 3:30 to play, 32-0 Snake River. 2nd and 5 with the ball at the McCall-Donnelly 25-yard line. Again, just letting that clock roll. Gilbert will line up under center in an offset I formation. Johnny Jones, the deep back. Molina, the fullback. Toss play to Jones off the left side, cuts it upfield. And Jones across the 20, down to the 18-yard line for a first down. So 7 yards on that rush by Jones. It'll be 1st and 10 for Snake River inside of 3 minutes to play. Ball at the McCall-Donnelly 18-yard line. Snake River fans ready to celebrate and prepare for a trip to Weiser next week for a quarterfinal matchup. Time and day TBA. That's to be announced. Gilbert under center, split backs behind him. Will hand off up the middle to the fullback Molina, bouncing it outside now and brought down around the 11. So Danny Molina on the carry that time. And Molina takes it for a gain of 6 to make it 2nd down and 4. 2:05 to play. Snake River. 2nd and 4. Ball is at the 11-yard line of the Vandals. And again, the Panthers just trying to run the clock and get out of here with no injuries in the win. Gilbert under center. Back to pass. Feeling the heat from the backside. Floats it. It is in and out of the hands at the near pylon. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Titan Martin, the tight end. 3rd down. So Snake River trying to work on some pass game concepts here with 1:43 to play. Gilbert took a shot to the end zone for the tight end. Titan Martin incomplete. 3rd down. And 4. Ball again at the 11-yard line. Gilbert under center. Wing back in motion right to left. They will give up the middle to Molina, and he is popped by Adam Rushton.
On the tackle.
Molina gets only a yard. That's it. 4th down and 3 now for Snake River with the ball at the 10. 1:25 to play. So the Panthers are going to have to run a play here. Regardless, if they pick up the first down, great. Then they can kneel down. If they don't pick up the first down, well, McCall-Donnelly gets it with less than a minute to go. So final minute from Blackfoot, 32-0, Snake River leading, and they may just let this clock roll all the way down and then take a timeout, and that is precisely what they do. So with 53 seconds to go, timeout Snake River, 4th down and 3 with the ball at the 10-yard line of McCall-Donnelly. Today's game brought to you in part by C&B Operations. For all of your commercial John Deere, new and used agriculture equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at deerequipment.com. That's STEEREQUIPMENT.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of the student-athletes and wants to wish them good luck in the tournament. So the 3A matchups are set. They reseed the 8 teams that advance to the quarterfinals, and we can now tell you it's going to be number 8 South Fremont at number 1 Homedale, number 7 Timberlake at number 2 Gooding, number 6 Snake River at number 3 Weiser, and number 5 Marsh Valley at number 4 Sugar Salem. And now the bracket is set. There's no more reseeding. So you've got South Fremont, Homedale, Marsh Valley, Sugar Salem all on one side of the bracket. And then Timberlake, Gooding, Snake River, and Weiser will be on the bottom half of the bracket. Out of the timeout, 4th down and 3 for Snake River. Ball at the 10-yard line of McCall-Donnelly. Gilbert, toss play off the right side for Johnny Jones. Blown up. And a turnover on downs with 48 seconds to play. Making the tackle for McCall-Donnelly was Marcus Wyman. So Jones lost a yard on the toss. And it'll be 1st and 10 for McCall-Donnelly from their own 12-yard line and 48 seconds to play. The Snake River Panthers will improve to 5-4 on the season. McCall-Donnelly's year will end with a 4-5 record. And again, for McCall-Donnelly, the fact that they are competing in the playoffs, a big step for this program as they continue to make that adjustment from the 2A level to the 3A level. And we talked about, in early October, McCall-Donnelly thought their playoff hopes were done after going 0-3 in their first 3 league games. But they forced a 3-way tie for 2nd place, win the Kansas City tiebreaker, and on to the postseason. Option play, pitch play out to Carter Johnson, and Johnson with a big gain up the far sideline around the 37-yard line of Snake River. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vandals with the ball at the 34-yard line is where they'll officially call that. So it ends up being a gain of 22 on the option play to Carter Johnson. 1st and 10, quick step out of the Wildcat. Burton Shaw going to run it. Will take it up to the 36-yard line. A gain of 7 on that 1st down carry by Burton Shaw. Down to 15 seconds to go. McCall-Donnelly might try to run one more play here on a 2nd and 7. Wildcat snap to Burton Shaw and got a yard. And that's how this game will end. The Snake River fans on their feet and a standing ovation for the Panthers as they shut out McCall-Donnelly 32-0. The final score, and Snake River moving on up to the quarterfinal round where they will take on the Weiser Wolverines. So 32-0, Snake River, the final. We will be back with the IdahoSports.com postgame show right after this break. You're listening to the 2021 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Athletes know how important it is to stay hydrated. But did you know there are other ways to hydrate besides just drinking water? In fact, milk is a great hydration option because it actually contains water, as well as electrolytes that are lost when your body sweats. So consider taking milk along with you to your next game or competition and enjoy the taste of greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
You train, you sweat, you practice, you go for the gold, you give 110%, but most of all, you aim for greatness. And milk is the performance enhancer that can help get you to your goal. Trusted by athletes and backed by science, there's a healthy helping of greatness in every refreshing glass of milk. So let nature's original sports drink help quench your thirst for greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
Welcome into the IdahoSports.com postgame show from Snake River High School in Blackfoot. Brandon Maney with you one last time on IdahoSports.com as the Snake River Panthers defeat McCall-Donnelly 32-0 the final. The Panthers are now 5-4 on the season. The Vandals conclude their 2021 campaign with a 4-5 overall mark. And for Snake River, they advance to the 3A quarterfinals where they will travel to Weiser to play the third-seeded Wolverines. A Goliath, if ever there were one, 8-1 on the season. And so for Snake River, the hope is that the rushing game produces father versus son in a 3A quarterfinal matchup next week. That should be a fantastic 3A battle. And it's going to be a long trip for Snake River, no doubt, but the running game and good solid defense always travels well. Snake River pitches the shutout today and holds McCall-Donnelly to just 134 yards of total offense. 128 of those came on the ground, just 6 yards passing through the air for the Vandals. Meanwhile, Snake River churns out 229 yards on the ground today, 62 yards through the air for 291 total yards of offense. Leading the way was Carson Hawker. He finishes with 14 carries for 98 yards for the Panthers. That's 7 yards per carry. He never did get that touchdown, though. The touchdowns for Snake River came on a 5-yard run by Cole Gilbert, a 4-yard run by Zach Staley, a 17-yard pick six by Danny Ray, a 3-yard run by Johnny Jones, and then a 33-yard touchdown pass from Gilbert to Jace Mortensen. So basically everybody except Carson Hawker found their way into the end zone today. It's time for our IdahoSports.com player of the game. we will hand it out to Cole Gilbert, the senior. He does everything for Snake River. He's a quarterback, he's a free safety, kicker, punter, and punt returner. And he had a fantastic day offensively, passing 3 of 8, 62 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, 7 carries, 31 yards and a touchdown. And then on defense, he also had a fumble recovery and an interception. So 2 touchdowns on offense, 2 takeaways on defense. Cole Gilbert, senior for Snake River, is our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Well, that'll do it for this edition of IdahoSports.com. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to this IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of the 2021 Idaho State Tournament coverage on IdahoSports.com. It is presented by the Idaho Division of Public Health, your local Toyota dealer, Valley-wide co-op and country stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. We'd also like to thank all of our local sponsors on the broadcast today. C&B Operations in Blackfoot. And we'd also like to thank our power boosters for McCall-Donnelly, that's Ultimate Heating and Air. And for Snake River, 21st Century Auto Sales, Bingham Memorial Orthopedic Institute, and Idaho Ag Credit. Congratulations again to Cole Gilbert from Snake River, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. A passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, a fumble recovery, and an interception. As the Snake River Panthers move on to the 3A quarterfinals where Weiser awaits. They defeat McCall-Donnelly today, 32-0, the final score. As we get ready to wrap this one up, and I guess you've been looking at a black screen this whole time. Sorry about that. Snake River defeats McCall-Donnelly 32-0. There it is, one more time for posterity's sake. That'll do it for this edition of IdahoSports.com, and we will have playoff games on the broadcast schedule again next week. We don't know which games yet because, well, some of them haven't even been scheduled in terms of dates, times, and locations. So check back to IdahoSports.com each and every day next week as we know more and more about which games we'll be broadcasting. And, of course, you can always check out the Game Streams tab on the homepage at IdahoSports.com for the latest broadcast schedule. So, until next time, from Snake River High School in Blackfoot, this is Brandon Baney saying thanks for tuning in on IdahoSports.com. Good night, everybody, and happy Halloween.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com Game Streams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com.